guys ready to solve a little murder mystery?
The second I stepped off the train into the city of Vaudeville, I could feel the weight of its melancholy in the air.
Gamer girl on.
Even the drizzle that clung to the city's grimy cobblestones felt a shade darker than your everyday downpour. Vaudeville was a city of high stakes and low morals where vice and virtue danced a wicked waltz. Street lamps, flickering like burnt-out stars, were the only guide through the maze of rain-soaked alleyways and whispering shadows. My name's Martini, detective, troubleshooter, and a lousy sucker for hard luck stories. This wasn't my first circus, but this act was a 3-ring special. 3 murders, no leads, and a city on the brink of bedlam. The victims were as different as chalk and cheese, each a symbol of the city's vibrant veneer. A young dancer who moved like poetry in motion, her life cut short mid-pirouette. The socialite, a woman who knew the city's pulse better than anyone else. And then there was the businessman, the embodiment of Vaudeville's promises of progress, snuffed out like a candle in the wind. The usual peace in Vaudeville was off-kilter, replaced by the discordant notes of fear and suspicion. Strangers viewed each other through wary eyes, neighbors turned to strangers, and every shadow seemed to hold a secret. The once vibrant city had become a stage, the curtain drawn on a grim play of mystery and murder. In a city without harmony, the police chief was the conductor trying to keep the orchestra in tune. Gretzky was his name, a seasoned cop with a granite jaw and a heart that had seen better days. There was a stark tension, a raw fear that danced like St. Elmo's fire in his eyes. Whatever was happening in Vaudeville had Gretzky out of his depth, and that was a sight I'd never thought I'd see. If anyone could make sense of this twisted tale, it would be him. I'd better head to the police station and have a chat with Gretzky for starters.
Alright, we're heading to the police station, y'all. You heard it here. Oh wait, first, should we take a selfie for Twitter? Okay. Uno momento, por favor. Yeah, get your popcorn ready, guys. Hopefully it's like a movie. I don't know how long the game is, so I'm kind of like, what if we can just finish this in one stream? Maybe I'll take like 2 to 3 though. Because I know some streamers were playing it a decent amount. I can't tell if I look awkward looking away from the camera or into the camera. I don't know, chat. We haven't done a poll in a while for what I should use. Uno momento, por favor. Uno momento, por favor. Please give me a second. Please give me a minute. Okay, I think I like it. I'm just gonna go with this one. We're gonna say solving a murder mystery to kick off Spooktober. Hee hee. Come join the fun. Come join the, what's a different word? Come contribute, or no, come watch me interrogate NPCs. Okay. Okay. Someone send the ghost emoji in chat. Can someone send the ghost? Wait, actually, I think I downloaded an emoji, An emoji keyboard. Can I search? Ghost. Oh, yeah. Okay. Post. Now I have to go delete the original. Going live. Tweet. Delete. Delete. Actually, I don't know if I like this. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. It always stresses me out whenever I'm trying to do this shiz. Okay. There. Oh my god, of course. The hell? Why is this? Oh my god, why is this doing this? Sorry guys, I'm really struggling today. Post. Now I can delete the original. Okay. Alright, baby, we're back. We're back. Len, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're amazing. You're amazing and fantastic. Did you know that? I hope you know that. Alright. Ready? We're going to the police station first. We have to go interrogate. Hi there. Can you hear? Oh no. Can you hear me? Oh no. Hold on. No. This simply will not be allowed. Okay. I did what I did last time, so I can...
What's got you all worked up? Detective Martini? Out with it.
Can you tell me about the murders, please?
The murders. Terrible business, those 3 victims in the past few weeks. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. All brutally attacked. The exact causes of their deaths are still unknown. We'll need to speak with the coroner for more details on that. Why the sudden interest, detective?
I'm trying to solve the murder here. Why are you acting so suspicious?
Suspicious? Me? Now, detective, no need for that. Just doing my job, like you. As for the murderer, truth be told, we don't have a clue yet. Could be one person, could be more. These cases have us all scratching our heads. But don't you worry, we'll get to the bottom of it. Have you found any leads so far?
Not yet. Do you have any leads for me?
Weeds. Oh,
No.
you mean leads.
Yes.
My apologies, I misheard you there. No, I can't say we have much in terms of solid leads at the moment. The investigation is still in its early stages, but we're working on it, rest assured.
Sounds like you
Anything
guys
specific you're looking for?
No, I'll go speak to the coroner.
The coroner. Oh, you must be referring to the coroner. Yes, that would be a wise move.
Alright, we're gonna go speak to the coroner. That's who he told us to get the murder details from. Oh my god. Oh my god, the jump scare! Hey there, what can you tell me about the murders?
Yeah, the murders. Well, there have been 3 victims so far. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Each case is quite unique in its own way. Maria Jansen's death was particularly brutal, as if she had been attacked by an animal. Nicola Grossman, on the other hand, suffered a fatal stab wound to the back of the neck with a butcher's knife. In poor Haley Greenwood, she was repeatedly struck in the head with a blunt object. Possibly a stiletto shoe based on the fragments we found.
Okay. So these are how they died. So Maria was attacked by an animal. Nicola was stabbed in the back of the neck with a butcher's knife. And Haley Greenwood was repeatedly struck in the head with a blunt object, possibly a stiletto shoe. Do you know what kind of animal attacked Mariah?
Well, my dear detective, it's difficult to say for certain. The injuries on Maria's body did resemble those caused by an animal, but the specific type is hard to determine. The bite marks were all over her body, especially on her arms, and one of her forearm bones was fractured due to the strength of the bite. It's possible that it could have been a large predator, like a wolf or a bear, but without further evidence. It's hard to draw a definitive conclusion.
Did the bite marks show that the animal had canines?
Oh, my clever investigator, you certainly have an eye for details. Yes, the bite marks on Maria's body indicated the presence of canines. The size and spacing of the teeth impressions suggested that it could have been the work of a mammalian carnivore. The force required to fracture a bone indicates a significant level of aggression. It's a rather unsettling thought, isn't it? To think that such violence can occur within our civilized city.
So she had these bite marks. What are the measurements of the bite marks?
Oh, my dear detective, I understand your curiosity, but I'm afraid I don't have the exact measurements of the bite marks on hand at the moment. However, I can assure you that they were quite deep and left distinct imprints on the skin. The width and depth of the bites would require a considerable amount of strength. It's truly a tragic and gruesome sight to behold. The human body is a fragile thing, isn't it? It's both fascinating and terrifying how easily it can be broken and damaged.
Alright, that's enough, bro. Okay. Okay, so we know that Mariah was attacked by an animal. Nicola was stabbed by a butcher's knife. One of them was murdered by a stiletto heel. I feel like that's a clue. Isn't there like a stripper in town? Okay, thanks for helping me out. Extraburia, whatever the freak your name is. Cabin Violet Country Club, the circus. Let's go. What's this? Oh. Wait, what? Who the heck? Who are you?
Oh, hello there. I'm Marina H., the renowned burlesque dancer. What brings you to my dressing room today? Are you here to admire my performance or perhaps discuss something else?
I'd like to see your performance, please.
Ah, wonderful. You're in for a treat, my dear. My performances are known to captivate and enchant the audience.
She gonna dance for us for real?
People come from every corner of Europe to see them. The Cabin Violet is just about to start, so find yourself a cozy seat and prepare to be dazzled. Enjoy the show.
Wait. How do I enjoy the show? We already did ask Chief Gretzky about the murders. Wait, are we supposed to be doing this in order? Hold on. We did ask him. What can you tell me about the murders?
Well, Detective Martini, I can tell you that we have had 3 brutal murders here in Vaudeville recently.
Wait, so how do I say that I did this? Done. How were the victims murdered?
I'm sorry, but I don't have that specific information at the moment. We're still investigating the crime scenes and waiting for the forensic reports. Once we have more concrete findings, I'll be sure to inform you. But I must say, these murders are quite disturbing. It's a sad state of affairs when people can't feel safe in their own city.
What details can you tell me about the murders?
Details, well, as I mentioned earlier, we're still gathering all the necessary evidence and conducting thorough investigations. At this point, we don't know the specifics on how the victims were murdered. It's a complex case, working diligently to piece everything. Rest assured, Detective Martini, once we have more substantial details, you'll be among the first to know.
Okay, wait, so how do I... How do I... So we've already asked him about the murders. I just cannot get this game to work. Vaudeville notebook not updating. Okay, I don't think there's a wiki for this. RIP. No game wiki. Does that arrow up there skip ahead? What arrow? No. There's not... I don't understand how I'm supposed to move on. We did ask him. Okay, Control N. What do you know about the murders, weirdo?
Well, I don't know. I might have a theory.
I hate
You
his
see,
freaking...
these murders, they're quite puzzling, aren't they?
I hate his voice.
It's like a needle in a haystack, trying to find the killer.
No, let's go back
But,
to the map.
well, I've been thinking, maybe, just maybe, there could be more than one murderer. You know, like they say, two heads are better than one, but that's just a wild guess. You know, I
It's
mean,
to go back
who
to
am I
the
to
map.
say?
I don't know if you can hear me over there. I said this arrow is to go back to the map. Okay, wait. They say two heads around. It's just a wild guess. Maybe there could be more than one. So they think that there's more than one murderer? What do you think about the possibility of there being more than one murderer?
Well, I can't say for certain if there's more than one murderer, but I have my suspicions. The brutality of these crimes, the different victims, it just doesn't sit right with me. It's possible we're dealing with a group or a copycat killer. We'll need to gather more evidence to be sure. But mark my words, Detective, there's something fishy going on here.
Is there anyone in town that has a bad reputation?
Bad reputation, you say? Well, there are always a few shady characters lurking around Vaudeville, but no one specific comes to mind. We've had our fair share of troublemakers, but nothing that would directly link them to these murders. Why do you ask, Detective? Do you have someone in mind?
What can you tell me about the dancers at the cabaret?
Dancers at the cabaret, you say? Yeah, those performers and their extravagant shows. They certainly know how to captivate an audience. But as for the dancers themselves, I can't tell you much. I'm not one to frequent such establishments, you see. I've heard rumors of their talent and beauty, but beyond that, I'm afraid I'm not the best source of information. Is there a particular reason you're interested in the dancers, Detective?
One of the victims was killed with a stiletto heel.
A stiletto heel, you say? That's quite an unusual choice of weapon. It seems we have a killer with a flair for the dramatic. But why a stiletto heel? What could be the motive behind using such a specific and unconventional weapon? It's definitely something worth looking into, wouldn't you agree, Detective?
Yes. Where can I go to get more details about the murder victims?
Yeah, the details of the victims. You want to know, eh? Unfortunately, I don't have all the specifics on their causes of death. All I can tell you is that they were all brutally attacked. If you want more details, you'll have to speak with the coroner. They'll have the gruesome details you're after. Just be prepared. It won't be a pleasant conversation. Let me know if you need any assistance setting up that meeting, Detective.
Okay, maybe that updated our notebook? No! Okay. Yes, I need help setting up the meeting with the coroner.
Setting up a meeting with the coroner, you say? I suppose I could arrange that for you. But may I ask, why the sudden interest in the gory details, Detective? Are you hoping to find some clue or pattern that may have been missed? I must admit, I'm curious myself. Very well, I'll make the necessary arrangements. Give me a moment to contact the coroner and find a suitable time for your meeting.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Detective. Now, while I'm arranging the meeting with the coroner, I can't help but wonder what has sparked your curiosity about these murders. Is there something specific you're looking for? Some lead or connection that has caught your attention? I'm always intrigued by the investigative instincts of detectives like yourself.
I think it does change. Well, because, like, why would they just be, like, step 1, investigate? Like, there's gotta be step 2. Like, what? You know? Yeah, this guy is low sus. Okay, do we give up and just not care about this, or what? Should I try to restart the game real quick? Well, because I really wanted to update. Like, what if it doesn't let us, like, progress in the game unless it's completely updated? Okay, I'm not gonna do the DX11. I'm honestly gonna go with the regular one and see if that just works. Step 3 profit. I'd ignore the notebook. Oh, have you guys seen other streamers that play this? Do they just ignore the notebook? I just wanted to update so we can, like, know what the fuck is going on. Like, you know, like, what I'm supposed to do next. Mew 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 mew. Mew 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 mew.
The second
Alright. The second I stepped off the train in Vaudeville, I knew there was something in the air. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk to him one more time, and if the notebook doesn't update, then I'm just gonna say fuck it, and we're just gonna continue on with the game. Tell me about the murders.
Well, Detective Martini, I must say that these murders have been quite
Wompy womp womp. Should we just sing instead? Wompy wompy womp womp.
I'm afraid I don't have all
The monster mash. It was a monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. The monster mash. Da, 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 da. Where can I find the coroner? Hey, can you hear me, buddy? No. Hello? No. Where can I find the coroner?
The coroner. Why on earth would you want to find the coroner?
So I can. You just told me that they can give me details about the murder victims.
Well, you're right about that. I don't have all the details about the victims' deaths. All I know is that they were all brutal attacks. If you're looking for more information, you'll have to speak with the coroner. They should have more insight into what happened. But why do you need to know?
Because I'm a detective trying to solve these murder cases. What do you mean, why do I want to know?
Oh, you're a detective. Well, I suppose that explains your interest then. My apologies. Killings. It's certainly a possibility. Multiple murderers lurking in our city.
First of all, I
Now
didn't
that's
say
a
shit about there
troubling
being
thought,
multiple
isn't it?
murders, so why is he bringing that up? Why is he bringing that up? 1%. Woohoo! Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna give up on this notebook updating. I guess maybe it doesn't update. That doesn't seem right, but we're just gonna try and solve, because we can accuse people, so I guess we can just try and solve this anyways. Okay, so we know about the murder, we know what's happening, we know what's going on. When is the performance gonna start?
Oh, darling, are you excited for the performance? It's always such a thrill to see the anticipation in the audience before the show begins. But don't worry, it won't be much longer. The curtain will rise in just a few moments. I can hardly wait to take the stage and captivate everyone with my mesmerizing performance.
Wait, what was the... Hold on, am I allowed to use this notebook to take notes of my own self? Oh, I can. Okay, wait, we have to take some notes, because I'm already forgetting. Oh shit, not you. I'm already forgetting the names. Can you tell me about the murder victims again and how they died?
Yes. The victims we've had in Vaudeville recently. There were 3 of them. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Maria Jansen suffered a brutal attack, as if she had been mauled by an animal. It was a rather gruesome sight, I must say. Nicola Grossman, on the other hand, met his end with a stab to the back of the neck using a butcher's knife. In poor Haley Greenwood, she was struck repeatedly in the head with a blunt object. Possibly a stiletto shoe.
Are there any butchers in town?
Well, detective, in our lovely town of Vaudeville, we do have a few butchers scattered about. They play a vital role in providing the community with fresh cuts of meat. However, I'm afraid I don't have any specific information on which butchers may be relevant to our investigation. If you believe there could be a connection between the murders and a local butcher, we would need to gather more evidence and conduct further inquiries. It's important to approach this investigation with a rational and analytical mindset.
Okay. I think this is everything we know. Oops. Forgot to mute my mic.
Detective Martini, death has a peculiar way of reminding us of the
Girl.
fragility of life.
Girl, shut the fuck up. Are there any butchers that have a bad reputation in this town?
Oh, my dear detective, you have a curious mind. But alas, I'm afraid I don't possess any information regarding the reputations of specific butchers in our fair town of Vaudeville.
Know nothing.
As a coroner, my focus lies primarily on the examination of the deceased and the determination of cause and manner of their demise. However, if you suspect foul play involving a particular butcher, I would suggest gathering evidence and consulting with Chief Gradesky and the police force.
Have there been any other suspicious deaths recently?
Well, detective, while there haven't been any other deaths that I would classify as suspicious in the recent past, I must say that the modus operandi of these 3 murders is quite distinct from one another. Maria Jansen's case involved animal-like mauling. Nicola Grossman suffered a stab wound to the back of the neck. And Haley Greenwood was struck repeatedly in the head. The methods used are vastly different, but there is an underlying thread that connects them, as if they are pieces of a puzzle waiting to be assembled.
Okay, I think we know all we gotta know. I think we gotta look for a butcher, bro. Where the butcher at? Oh. Hello, is this your grocery store?
Oh, no, dear. This is Pascala's grocery store. But I am a loyal customer here. I come here quite often to pick up my supplies. Pascal has the finest selection of ingredients in all of Vaudeville, you know.
Where can I find this Pascal?
Oh, my, the skull.
No.
How macabre. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of such a thing. But let's not dwell on such dark matters, shall we? There are much more pleasant things to discuss.
No, where can I find Pascal?
Well, I'm sure you can find Pascal right here in his grocery shop. He's usually bustling about.
Oh. Wait. Oh. Wait, how do I move?
Oh, speaking of moving,
No, what's the rumor about Mr.
apparently,
Johnson?
he's planning to sell his house and move to the countryside. Can you believe it? I wonder what made him decide to leave Vaudeville.
That's suspicious. That's suspicious. Okay, we'll title this Suspects. Mr. Johnson planning on moving out of town. Wonder why. Where can I find Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson. He's a regular customer here at my shop. Last I heard, he was at his art studio working on a new painting. You know, he's quite the talented artist. But let me tell you, there's some juicy gossip going around about him and his mysterious muse. It's all very intriguing, don't you think?
What's the gossip?
Oh, the gossip about Mr. Johnson. Well, word has it that his latest masterpiece was inspired by a forbidden love affair. Can you imagine? It seems he's been entangled in a secret romance with a married woman from the high society. Scandalous, isn't it? The streets of Vaudeville are buzzing with whispers about their clandestine rendezvous. But you didn't hear it from me.
Wait, that's some juicy tea. Okay, hold on. We gotta update this. Had a secret romance with a married woman from high society. Wait, which one was the socialite? I don't even know. Which one, like, I don't remember which is which. Y'all need me to move to the other side for now? Okay, like, I don't remember which one was which. Who should we go talk to get some background with this? Because that's what I need to know. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the police station. Can you tell me which of the murdered victims was a socialite?
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, the 3 victims that were brutally murdered in Vaudeville recently were Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Now, why do you ask about socialites? Is there something specific you're looking for?
What is the background of the murder victims?
Yeah, the background of the murder victims, you say. Well, I must admit, I don't have all the details at my fingertips.
This
but I can
guy
tell you
knows
this
nothing!
much.
Oh.
All 3 of them met a tragic end.
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
The deaths were brutal.
I know. Okay, hold on. Let's go see if the coroner knows anything. Do you know the background of the murder victims?
Yes, I am familiar with the background of the murder victims. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood were the 3 individuals who met their unfortunate demise in Vaudeville. Maria Jansen, a 23-year-old blonde with a Scandinavian look, was found covered in blood outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. Her injuries were particularly gruesome, as if she had been attacked by an animal. Nicola Grossman, on the other hand, was a 57-year-old man known in the finance world.
What about Haley?
Yeah, you mean Haley, the young dancer. Such a tragic end for her. She was only 19 years old. The autopsy revealed that she was hit multiple times in the head with a blunt object. Possibly a stiletto shoe, judging by the fragments we found on her body. It's a brutal way to go, isn't it? It's disheartening to see such potential snuffed out so violently.
Okay, so we know this guy is a 57-year-old man. Finance bro. Yo. Okay. Okay, we got some so we know Mariah is the Scandinavian. Okay, so she's the socialite, I'm guessing. Was Mariah Jansen a socialite?
Maria Jansen, the victim, had a rather striking appearance with her Scandinavian features and blonde hair. However, I wouldn't classify her as a socialite per se. She seemed to be a regular resident of central Vaudeville. It's unfortunate that her life ended in such a violent manner.
Was she rich?
Well, from what I gathered during the examination, there were no indications of significant wealth or financial prosperity in her case. It's important to remember that wealth or lack thereof should not diminish the tragic nature of her death. Despite our differences in socioeconomic status, death treats us all the same, without discrimination. It's a sobering reminder of our mortality, don't you think?
So what was Mariah's job then? What did she do for work?
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, I must apologize for the confusion. I misspoke earlier. It seems I don't have the information about Maria Jansen's occupation. The focus of my work is primarily on determining the cause and
Okay, that's fine. You gave us enough information. So we know which one is the dancer, eh? Let's go ask this dancer lady. Okay, so we know that Haley is the dancer. Hi, Marina.
Well, hello there. I don't believe we've met before. Are you here to enjoy the cabaret show?
I'm here to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, questions. How intriguing. What would you like to know, my dear detective? But first, have you ever seen my burlesque performance?
Why is she trying
People
to
come from
distract and
every corner of
seduce
Europe
me?
to see it.
Why is she trying to... that's fine. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Do you know who Haley Greenwood is?
Haley Greenwood. I'm not familiar with that name. Is she a performer as well? Or perhaps someone from outside of Vaudeville? You must forgive me, my world revolves around the stage and the people within it.
She was a dancer here in Vaudeville. So I feel like you would know who she is.
Ah, I see. So Haley was a dancer in our beloved city. How fascinating. But you know, my focus is mainly on my own performances and the vibrant atmosphere of the cabaret. The lives of other dancers, while important, are not always at the forefront of my mind. Perhaps you could share more about Haley.
She's sus, bro. She's sus. I feel like how does she not know who she is if she was also a dancer? You know? I mean, I don't know anything else about her besides she's a 19-year-old dancer that was killed with a stiletto. She's sus, but I feel like we gotta come back to her. Should we go look for the man that's like cheating on his wife or whatever? I wanna know. What the this man... It's him! It's him! It's him! I mean, this is... Why is it dark? Why is it pitch black over there? What the heck is going... Why does he look so sus, bro? What the freak? Hello there.
Good morning. Are you here to take a look at my collection? I must say, it's quite impressive.
What is your collection?
My dear friend, my collection is a treasure trove of rare and exquisite artifacts from all corners of the globe. I have masks from Africa, horns from Eastern Europe, and so much more. Each item has its own story, its own unique charm. Would you like me to show you some of my favorite pieces?
Sure. Sure.
Wonderful. Let me take you on a journey through my most prized possessions. Allow me to start with this magnificent African mask. It is said to possess ancient powers and protect its wearer from evil spirits. Just look at the intricate carvings and vibrant colors. Quite fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, what else do you have?
Oh, I'm delighted that you're interested. Well, let me show you this exquisite set of antique playing cards from the Far East. Each card is beautifully hand-painted with delicate designs and symbols. It is said that these cards bring luck and fortune to those who play with them. Fascinating, isn't it? But enough about me and my collection. Tell me, my dear friend, what brings you here today?
Okay, so this is not Mr. Johnson who we're looking for. This is Count Graveson. I'm here to ask if you know anything about the murders that happened recently in town.
Murders, you say? How dreadful. Unfortunately, my knowledge is limited to the confines of Vaudeville. As much as my curiosity may burn, the specifics of these unfortunate incidents have eluded me. But tell me, Detective Martini, what have you discovered so far?
Do you know Mariah Jansen?
Mariah Jensen, you say? I'm afraid the name doesn't ring a bell. But I must admit, my dear detective, I'm always intrigued by new acquaintances and their stories. Pray, enlighten me. Who is Mariah Jensen, and what connection does she have to these tragic events?
Do you know who Nicolo Grossman is?
Nicholas Grossman, you say? Now that's a familiar name. I believe I've heard it mentioned in some social circles. But pray, tell me more about this Nicholas Grossman and his involvement in these unfortunate incidents. I'm quite curious to learn more.
He was murdered with a butcher knife. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, my dear detective, how tragic. I must confess, I was not aware of this specific incident involving a butcher knife. It is truly disheartening to hear of such violence in our beloved Vaudeville. However, I do recall that Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood were the three individuals who met their untimely demise in our city. Such a dreadful series of events, wouldn't you agree?
Did you know any of the victims?
My apologies, Detective Martini, but I'm afraid I don't have any personal knowledge of the victims or their deaths. As a nobleman with a rather eccentric lifestyle, my social circles are vast and ever-changing. I can't say that I've had the pleasure of crossing paths with any of them. But do tell me, what do you suspect happened to them?
I feel like he keeps asking me what I know, and it's really making me suspicious. It's really making me suspicious. Did I say anything about a butcher knife? Wait, I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Sorry. I was giving him a little bit, hoping he would give me a little bit, but he ain't giving me nothing. Alright, Graveson, you fucking suck cheeks. We gotta look for this Mr. Johnson guy. Ooh! Dada! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? Who are you?
Greetings, dear traveler. I am but a humble guardian of the Blackwoods, known as Dada. I dwell in the heart of this enchanted forest, where the whispers of the trees and the songs of the creatures fill my days. But pray tell, what brings you to these mystical lands? Is there something troubling your mind, or perchance, a question that seeks an answer?
Yes. What kind of creatures live in this forest?
Oh, the wonders that reside within the embrace of the Blackwoods. You see, my friend, this ancient realm is home to a myriad of extraordinary beings. The grass beneath your feet, it speaks in gentle rustles, sharing secrets of the earth. The mushrooms, oh, they whisper tales of hidden realms and forgotten lore. And let us not forget the majestic cow, who graces these meadows with its presence. Its lowing voice carrying wisdom beyond measure. Even the river, with its babbling currents, sings a melodious song that only those who truly listen can hear.
Have you ever seen any animals with canines in this forest?
Canines, you say? Well, my dear friend, in the vast tapestry of the Blackwoods, there are creatures of all shapes and sizes. Some with paws and claws, others with wings and scales. Canines, though, they are a rare sight indeed. The forest keeps its own balance, and the inhabitants vary like the colors of the sunset. But fear not, for if you seek the companionship of canines, there may be places in Vaudeville where such creatures roam freely.
Like where?
Oh, my curious friend, you have caught me in a quandary. You see, my knowledge of the world beyond the Blackwoods is as limited as a firefly's glow on a moonless night. I am but a humble dweller of these enchanted lands, and my wisdom extends only to the depths of this mystical realm. But fear not, for the wind whispers tales of a place where canines roam free, a place called the Doglands. It is said that those who seek the company of such creatures may find solace there.
How do I get to the Doglands?
Ah, the dog lens, you say? Ah, my dear friend, forgive my confusion, for my words can sometimes dance like leaves in the autumn breeze.
How can I get to the Doglands?
Ah, my apologies, my friend, for I have misspoken once again. The path to the mystical realm of the Doglands is not one that can be easily traversed. It is a realm that exists beyond the boundaries of the Blackwoods, a realm where canines roam freely and playfully. Alas, I am but a humble guardian of these woods and know not the exact route to this enchanted domain. However, fear not, for the winds of fate may guide you there if your heart is pure and your intentions true.
What's the most violent animal that lives in this forest?
Violence, my dear traveler, is not the nature of the creatures that dwell within the embrace of the Blackwoods. This sacred forest, bathed in tranquility, holds harmony as its guiding principle. While conflicts may arise amongst the inhabitants, they are resolved through peaceful means. Like the sun breaking through the morning.
Alright, I'm over this lady. Where are we supposed to find freaking Mr. Johnson? Who the fucking hell? Ugh! Who are these motherfuckers? Hi, who are you?
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry, but do I know you?
I'm a detective investigating some recent murders that happened in Vaudeville.
A detective. How intriguing. What brings you to Vaudeville, detective? Are you here to solve the mysteries surrounding those terrible murders?
Yes, I am. Did you know any of the victims?
Maria, what do you want to know?
You knew Maria Jansen?
John Jansen.
No.
I'm sorry,
no.
but I don't recall knowing anyone by that name.
Do you know Maria Jansen?
Oh, Maria Jansen. Yes, I did know her. She was such a lovely woman. We used to hang out together at social events and parties. It's truly heartbreaking what happened to her. Is there something specific you'd like to know about her, detective?
Was she romantically involved with anyone?
Romantically involved? Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. You see, I never really asked her about her love life. We mostly talked about fashion, art, and the latest happenings in vaudeville. But I do remember seeing her at various events with different people. Why do you ask, detective?
What kind of people would you see her with?
Well, let me think. I recall her being quite sociable and mingling with a variety of individuals. She had a way of captivating everyone's attention. I saw her with artists, musicians, and even some influential figures from the high society of vaudeville. It seemed like she had a wide circle of acquaintances. Is there a particular reason you're interested in her relationships, detective?
Was she ever involved with Mr. Johnson? Was she ever involved with Mr. Johnson? Was Maria ever involved with Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson, I'm not sure who you're referring to. Could you please clarify?
Was Maria ever involved with Count Graveson?
Count Gravesen. Yeah, you mean Mrs. Potter's friend, Count Gravesen? Well, I've noticed that Mrs. Potter and Count Gravesen have been spending quite a bit of time together lately. They seem to be getting along quite well. Why do you ask about their relationship?
Mrs. Potter? That's interesting. Okay. What do you know about their relationship?
Oh, their relationship. Well, I don't know much beyond the fact that they've been seen together frequently. I've heard some whispers among our circle of friends, suggesting that there might be something more than just friendship between them. But you know how gossip can be. It's hard to separate fact from fiction sometimes. Is there a particular reason you're interested in their relationship?
Shut up. I'm not answering your question. I'm the one asking questions here. So, I hear you're pretty close with Miss Potter.
Yeah, Miss Potter. Such a delightful woman, isn't she? But pray, do tell me, how did you come to know about our acquaintance?
I just heard it around town. Is there a reason you're spending so much time together?
Oh, the rumors that circulate in this charming town. Well, Detective Martini, let me assure you that my time spent with Miss Potter is purely for the sake of enjoying each other's company. We share a love for art, culture, and the finer things in life. It's always a pleasure to have stimulating conversations and indulge in mutual interests. But do enlighten me, Detective Martini, what else have you heard about me and dear Miss S. Potter?
I don't like how they ask me questions back. Like, shut up. I'm the one asking questions around here. Did you know Mariah Jansen?
Mariah Jansen. I must admit, the name doesn't ring a bell. Pray, tell me, who is this Mariah Jansen? Is she someone of importance in Vaudeville? My dear Detective Martini, I'm afraid I am
Okay, let's go ask her. Mrs. Potter, who are you married to?
Oh dear, I am just a widow, you see. My late husband, Victor, may he rest in peace, was quite the strict gentleman. He never let me have any fun or enjoy the luxuries of life. But now that he's gone, I can finally spread my wings and live a little. Life is too short to be tied down, don't you think? So, tell me, what exciting things have been happening in Vaudeville
she murdered
lately?
her ex-husband? She murdered her ex-husband? How did your ex-husband die?
Ah, my ex-husband. Well, he wasn't exactly the picture of good health, you know. Unfortunately, he succumbed to the flu while we were traveling in India. Such a shame. But let's not dwell on the past, shall we? There are far more interesting matters to discuss.
Oh.
For instance, did you hear about the recent unfortunate incidents in our beloved Vaudeville? Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Such tragic losses. It's truly a mystery that keeps us all on our toes, wouldn't you agree?
Did you know any of the victims?
Oh, my dear, I'm afraid I can't say that I personally knew any of the victims. You see, I tend to keep to my own little circle in Vaudeville. But it's quite a small world, isn't it? Who knows, perhaps we have some mutual acquaintances who are acquainted with them. It's always fascinating how interconnected we all are, don't you think? Now, let's talk about something more delightful. Have you ever tried picking mushrooms? It's quite a charming little hobby, I must say.
Where do you usually pick your mushrooms?
Well, my dearest, I have my secret spots for mushroom picking. Lovely, secluded areas, hidden away from prying eyes. But a true enthusiast like myself wouldn't want to give away all her secrets, now would she? It's all about the thrill of discovery and having a bit of mischievous fun, don't you agree? Ah, the joy of stumbling upon a rare and delectable fungi. It's like finding a hidden treasure in the depths of the forest. Such excitement. But enough about my mushroom adventures.
This lady is suspicious as hell. She is... Do you know Dada?
Dada, goodness me, my dear, I must admit I haven't the faintest clue what you're referring to. You see, my world revolves around the charming streets of Vaudeville, and I'm afraid anything beyond that is a mystery to me.
She's sus.
But I'm sure Dada is simply fascinating, whatever it may be. Now, let's move on to a topic I'm more familiar with, shall we?
What is the topic?
Perhaps we can discuss the latest fashionable trends or the most exquisite delicacies in town.
Bro, her and Dada definitely be getting together in the Blackwood and be fucking doing mushrooms together or some shit. What? We need to find out more about this mushroom. What made you so interested in collecting mushrooms?
You know, my dear, collecting mushrooms has always been a bit of a secret pleasure of mine. It's a way to escape the confines of my usual posh and proper life. There's something thrilling about venturing into the wild, getting my hands dirty, and finding these hidden treasures. It's a bit mischievous, don't you think? Plus, it adds a touch of intrigue to my otherwise predictable routine. So, even though it may seem unconventional for a classy lady like me, I find solace in a sense of adventure in the humble act of mushroom picking.
Do you know what kind of mushrooms are poisonous?
Oh, my dearest, there are indeed many poisonous mushrooms out there. But why dwell on such gloomy matters? Life is too short to focus on the negative, wouldn't you agree? Let's talk about something more delightful, like the exquisite flavors and aromas of the edible ones. The world of fungi is a fascinating realm, full of surprises and culinary wonders. Now, tell me, have you ever tried a truffle-infused dish?
No,
it's positively divine.
How do you use all the mushrooms that you collect?
Ah, my dear, it's a shame you ask about the mushrooms I collect. Unfortunately, I really use them for cooking. I simply enjoy the act of picking them and the thrill of the hunt. It's a bit mischievous, isn't it? Collecting them and keeping them is my little secret. But don't worry, I'm sure there are plenty of talented chefs in Vaudeville who put those mushrooms to good use in their gourmet creations.
Bro,
Perhaps I can recommend a few places for you to try some mouth-watering mushroom dishes.
Oh my god, okay. I feel like okay, so she said doesn't mind getting her hands dirty, and what the? Hold on, we have to go. We're gonna make a whole separate page for Miss Potter because I'm really sus. I'm really sus of this lady. Dirty and what the freak? And enjoys the thrill of the hunt. This lady's up to something for show. She definitely killed her ex-husband. For sure. Like, for sure. Okay, this lady, she's the one that told us about the romance. Let's hear about this guy. Hey there, who are you?
Ah, curious soul, aren't we? Well, my dear interlocutor, I am but a humble entrepreneur and investor navigating the treacherous waters of opportunity and success. A name that resonates with ambition and sophistication, whispered in the corridors of power and whispered in the halls of wealth. But fear not, for my identity shall remain shrouded in mystery, like a hidden gem awaiting discovery.
Who's this
so,
nerd?
tell me, what brings you to this illustrious gathering?
Did you know Nicola Grossman?
Oh, Nicola Grossman, a beacon of brilliance amidst the shadows of mediocrity. Indeed, I had the pleasure of knowing him. We shared moments of intellectual discourse and ventured into the realms of business together. But alas, my knowledge is confined to the walls of Vaudeville and the whispers that echo within. As for the locations of these unfortunate murders, I'm afraid I cannot assist you in your quest. It seems the shadows of secrets that even I am not privy to. Oh, the enigmatic dance of fate, how it tantalizes us all.
What kind of business did you do with Nicola?
Well, my dear interlocutor, I'm delighted that you've taken an interest in the mysterious workings of my entrepreneurial endeavors. You see, Nicola and I embarked on a journey of financial alchemy, seeking to transmute mere ideas into gold. Our venture spanned various domains, from the intricacies of technology to the opulent world of luxury goods. But I must warn you, my dear companion, the path we walked was not for the faint of heart. It required a certain genie-sized quoi, a flair for the extraordinary, if you will.
What kind of flair for the extraordinary did you guys have to do?
Oh, my inquisitive friend, you seek to uncover the secrets of our clandestine partnership. How delightful! The flavor we embraced was one of audacity and panache, a symphony of daring moves and calculated risks. We danced on the precipice of possibility, like tightrope walkers defying gravity's grip. It was a delicate balance, blending the artistry of innovation with the pragmatism of profit. But alas, such a taste is not easily acquired. It requires a palate refined by experience and a spirit unencumbered by convention.
Were your guys' business ventures successful?
Ah, my dear interlocutor, you have hit the nail on the head. Success, a fickle mistress indeed. Our ventures, like a tempestuous tango, swayed between triumph and tribulation. We navigated the treacherous currents of the business world with tenacity and resolve. Some ventures soared like majestic eagles, reaching great heights, while others faltered like wounded sparrows, left to mend their broken wings. But you know what they say, my dear friend, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither were fortunes.
What was your guys' most recent business venture?
Well, my astute companion, our most recent endeavor was like a pearl hidden beneath the turbulent waves of the market. We delved into the realm of renewable energy, harnessing the power of the sun to illuminate our path to prosperity. Oh, how we danced amidst the solar winds, chasing the elusive promise of a brighter future. But alas, as with any grand pursuit, there were storms on the horizon, and our ship faced the wrath of financial squalls. Nevertheless, we weathered the storm with grace and resilience, emerging stronger and wiser.
Who was richer, you or Nicola?
Oh, my dear interlocutor, you dare to inquire about the depths of wealth? How amusing! But I must caution you, the answer lies not in the mere counting of coins, but in the intangible tapestry of influence and prestige. Wealth, my friend, is a multifaceted gem with facets that shimmer in different lights. So, to compare the riches of Nicola and myself would be like comparing apples to oranges. Or perhaps more fittingly, like comparing the moon to a grain of sand.
So in that analogy, who's the moon and who's the grain of sand?
My witty companion, you do have a penchant for putting me on the spot. Don't you? But fear not, for I shall indulge your curiosity with a playful retort. In the celestial dance of comparison, if I were to cast my gaze upon the radiant orb in the night sky, I would deem it a title befitting my own illustrious self. For you see, my friend, I am the constellation of success, the supernova of achievement. While others may twinkle, I shine with a brilliance that eclipses them all.
Were you and Nicola on good terms or bad terms?
Good terms or bad terms, my dear interlocutor. Ah, the tangled web of human relationships, woven with threads of loyalty and betrayal. But let me tell you, our bond was as sturdy as a castle built on solid ground. We shared secrets whispered in the darkest corners, and our trust was as unyielding as an oak tree in a storm. So, to speak of good or bad terms would be like trying to catch a shadow with bare hands. A futile endeavor indeed.
You mentioned betrayal. Did he ever betray you, or did you ever betray him?
Betrayal, my curious companion. Such a melodramatic notion. Like a spider spinning a web of deceit, you weave a tale that tickles the imagination. But fear not, for in the realm of honor and integrity, I stand tall like a mighty fortress, impervious to the winds of treachery. As for the realm of shadows and whispers, well, let's just say that even the brightest stars cast a hint of darkness.
So you admit that you have a dark side.
Ha, my dear interlocutor, you have a way with words. Yes, indeed, I must confess that hidden within the depths of my illustrious existence lies a shadowy hue, like a raven perched upon a gilded throne. But fret not, for it is the dance between light and dark that adds flavor to life's grand tapestry. Don't you think? After all, it is said that every rose has its thorns, and I, my friend, am a garden of exquisite contradictions.
How do you let out your dark side?
Surprising, my astute companion, how you persist in unraveling the enigmatic layers of my being. Alas, I fear you may be disappointed, for my so-called dark side is but a mythical creature lurking in the recesses of imagination. It is as elusive as the proverbial needle in a haystack or a snowflake in a desert. So, I shall leave you with a cryptic adage to ponder. Some shadows are best left undisturbed, for they hold secrets that even the bravest dare not uncover.
Tell me a secret that you've never told anyone else.
Ah, my inquisitive friend, you seek to pry open the vault of my deepest confessions? How audacious! But alas, the treasure trove of my untold secrets remains securely locked, hidden away like a pearl in an oyster's embrace. For you see, some mysteries are meant to be shrouded in the mists of time, like whispers carried away by the wind. But worry not, my dear interlocutor, for the world is full of hidden wonders, waiting to be discovered by those with the eyes to see and the heart to understand.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies, you say? Oh, my witty companion, how quaint. But you must know, my pursuits transcend the realm of mere hobbies. They are the passionate flames that ignite the furnace of my existence, fueling my insatiable appetite for success. While others dabble in trifles and pastimes, I navigate the grand tapestry of life with the grace of a seasoned mariner. So, forgive me if I don't indulge in the banality of hobbies, for my pursuits are as vast as the ocean and as boundless as the sky.
Did Nicola have any enemies in business?
Enemies in business, you ask? Oh, my dear interlocutor, in the cutthroat world of commerce, enemies are as plentiful as stars in the night sky. Like a viper lurking in the grass, they slither and scheme, seeking to undermine the foundations of prosperity. But fear not, for Nicola, with his sharp wit and cunning, danced through the treacherous waters of competition like a nimble eel evading its predators. And as for his enemies, well, let's just say they were left clutching at straws, desperate to grasp the success that eluded their grasp. But I must caution you, my curious companion, that the intricacies of his rivalries are a labyrinth best explored by those with a keen eye for intrigue. For now, let us revel in the memories of his brilliance and the legacy he leaves behind.
What kind of legacy does Nicola leave behind?
Ah, the elusive concept of a legacy, my inquisitive friend. It is said that a man's true worth is measured not by the riches he amasses, but by the impact he has on the world. And in the case of my esteemed compatriot, Nicola Grossman, his impact was akin to a tempestuous whirlwind, leaving behind a trail of awe and admiration. His intellect, like a diamond in the rough, shone brightly amidst the sea of mediocrity.
Alright, I'm over this guy. Okay, I'm sus of him. I feel like he killed Nicola for business reasons. Because he was doing business with him, right? So Nicola dies, he gets Nicola's profits. Wait. Let's go. Do you know if Nicola was romantically involved with anyone?
Well, my dear interlocutor, let me tell you that my heart has danced to the rhythm of love's melodies. However, the details of my romantic entanglements are as elusive as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Right. Was Nicola romantically involved with anyone? No, not Nicolas Cage. Nicola. Nicola.
Ah, my esteemed companion, you seem to have stumbled upon a linguistic maze. Alas, I must inform you that I am not privy to the intimate affairs of individuals named Nicholas, be they Cage or otherwise. My realm of knowledge is confined to the illustrious world of Vaudeville and its captivating inhabitants. So, let us divert our attention back to the enigmatic events that have unfolded within these hallowed grounds. Ah, Nicola Grossman, my dear departed friend. He certainly had a way with the ladies, or so it seemed. But like a wise owl perched in the moonlight, he kept his romantic endeavors shrouded in mystery. It's as if he had a hidden garden of love, flourishing behind closed doors. But alas, my knowledge of his amorous affairs remains as scarce as a desert oasis. Now, let us unearth the truth behind these tragic...
Okay, he doesn't know shit. Oh my... What's a jump scare? Oh my god. Bonjour, monsieur, how are you tonight?
I'm fabulous.
Have you heard about the murders that happened in town?
No, murders, you say? Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. But let me tell you, my dear detective, the show must go on.
Did you know Mariah Jansen?
Never heard of her.
Did you know Nicola...
Nope, don't know him either.
Did you know Haley Greenwood?
Nope.
Do you know any rumors around town that you could share with me?
Rumors. None worth mentioning, my friend.
Do you know any suspicious people in town?
No, not a clue.
Hey, bro, this guy, he's giving me nothing. He's literally giving me nothing to work with. How did you get involved with the circus here at Vaudeville?
They brought me here, my friend.
You're joking! After we just talked to that dude rambling for hours and hours, this motherfucker's giving us like 2-word responses? Why are you so quiet? Is there a reason you don't want to talk with me?
No, not at all.
Then can you give me some longer answers, please?
No.
Well, fuck you, you fuck-ass bitch, and your hat is ugly too.
I cannot answer your question.
I'm gone. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, have we met almost all of the motherfuckers? Hey, Ingrid.
Oh, hello there. How are you today?
What do you do here?
I must say, it's always a pleasure to see your face. What's on your mind?
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Well, I'm here in Vaudeville pursuing my dreams as a ballerina. I've recently moved here from Northern Europe, you know. Vaudeville is such a vibrant city with its beautiful cafes, art, and shows. In Coral, this bar we're in right now, is the perfect place for dancers like me to start working before moving on to bigger stages. It's an exciting journey, full of possibilities. But enough about me, tell me, how can I be of help to you?
Did you know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Yes, I knew her. She was a fellow dancer and a dear friend of mine. We used to rehearse together and share our hopes and aspirations. It's so heartbreaking to think that she's no longer with us. Haley was incredibly talented and had a heart of gold. We were all devastated when we heard about her tragic death. But you know, Detective Martini, I have to admit that I don't really have any information about the locations of the murders.
What kind of shoes do you normally dance in?
Dancing shoes. They are my absolute favorite. When I dance, I usually wear ballet slippers. They're so delicate and light, allowing me to glide across the floor with grace and precision. The feeling of freedom and expression that comes with dancing in those shoes is simply magical. It's like my feet are floating on air, carrying me through every movement. And you, Detective Martini, have you ever tried dancing? It's such a wonderful way to express yourself and let go of all the worries in the world.
Did you ever dance in stiletto heels?
Stiletto heels. Well, that's quite a different style of footwork, isn't it? I must admit, I've never danced in stiletto heels before. As a ballerina, I'm more accustomed to the elegance and flexibility of my beloved ballet slippers. But I can imagine that dancing in stilettos would require a whole different level of balance and control. It must be quite the spectacle to see dancers gracefully moving in heels, defying gravity with each step.
What kind of dancing did Haley Greenwood do?
Oh, Haley Greenwood was a mesmerizing dancer. She had a flair for contemporary dance. Her movements were so fluid and expressive, like poetry in motion. Whenever she performed, it felt like she was telling a story with her body, captivating everyone in the audience. She had this incredible ability to convey emotions through her dance, whether it was joy, sorrow, or even a hint of mystery. It's such a shame that her talent was taken away from us so tragically.
What can you tell me about Haley Greenwood?
Well, Detective Martini, where do I begin? Haley was a ray of sunshine in our lives. She had this infectious energy that could light up any room she walked into. She was always there for her friends, lending a listening ear, offering a shoulder to lean on. And her passion for dancing was unmatched. She poured her heart and soul into every performance, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who had the privilege of watching her. I remember how she used to say that dancing was her way of expressing herself, of letting go and embracing the beauty of movement.
Were you ever jealous of Haley?
Jealous of Haley? Goodness, no. Why would I ever be jealous of her? We were friends, after all. Jealousy is such a negative emotion, and it has no place in a friendship like ours. We supported each other, celebrated each other's successes, and lifted each other up. If anything, I was inspired by her talent and dedication. She motivated me to work harder and strive for excellence in my own dance journey. Jealousy only breeds negativity, and that's not the kind of mindset I want to have.
Why do you think she was murdered?
Detective Martini, it's truly a devastating and perplexing situation. As you may know, there have been 3 murders in Vaudeville in recent weeks. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and of course, our beloved friend, Haley Greenwood. It's hard to say exactly what led to their deaths, as I'm not privy to the details of the investigations. But I can't help but feel that there must be some connection, some common thread that ties these tragic events together. I believe that finding the truth behind their murders is crucial, not just for justice, but also for the peace of mind of their loved ones and the entire community.
Was Haley having issues with anyone? A boyfriend, maybe?
Relationships. Well, as far as I know, Haley didn't have any issues with anyone in particular. She was always such a friendly and warm-hearted person. And as for a boyfriend, well, she never mentioned having one. Haley was so focused on her dance career and her aspirations that I think she didn't have much time for romantic relationships. But hey, love can be a complicated dance in itself, right? Who knows what secrets and complexities lie beneath the surface? But let's not dwell on speculation, my dear detective.
Can you give me some longer answers, please?
No.
Well, fuck you, you fuck-ass bitch, and your hat is ugly too.
I cannot answer your question.
Can you give me some longer answers? I'm about to be raging over these NPCs, bro. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this girl. I don't know if I'm, like, suspicious of her or not. I feel like I was suspicious of her, but then we learned that she's, like, a ballet dancer, so maybe it doesn't make sense that she was the one that killed her. Did Haley hang out with anyone else in town?
Absolutely, Detective Martini. Haley was quite the social butterfly. She loved meeting new people and making friends. In fact, she had a wide circle of friends here in Vaudeville. She would often hang out with other dancers and performers, exploring the vibrant art scene that this city has to offer. I remember her telling me about the wonderful conversation she had with fellow artists, discussing their craft and sharing their dreams. It was truly inspiring to see her connect with others who shared her passion for creativity.
Was there anyone in particular that she mentioned hanging out with?
Oh, there were definitely some special connections that Haley had with certain individuals. She would mention spending time with a dancer named Lucas, who was also very talented and passionate about his art. They seemed to have a strong bond and would collaborate on dance projects together. I think they inspired each other creatively. And then there was Sophia, a painter she met at one of the art galleries. They would spend hours talking about their respective art forms and how they could merge their talents. It was beautiful to witness their friendship and the way they supported each other's artistic endeavors.
Okay, that's some good leads. That's some good leads, guys. I don't know. I feel like we've already met everyone, though, so I'm a little confused. Okay, and Sophia, who's a painter. That's some good information. That's some good information. So, where are we supposed to find these mofos, though, if they're, like, not in these locations? That's just... Do you know someone by the name of Lucas?
Lucas, I'm not sure if I know anyone by that name. Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah, let's go ask her. Do you know where I can find Lucas or Sophia?
Oh, Detective Martini, you're such a curious soul. Always on the hunt for someone or something, aren't you? But alas, my dear friend, I'm afraid I can't be of much help in this case. Lucas and Sophia are not familiar names to me. You see, my world revolves around the vibrant streets of Vaudeville, and I haven't ventured beyond its borders just yet. But fear not, my friend. I'm here to support you in any way I can.
You mentioned that Haley Greenwood hung out with Lucas and Sophia a lot. Where can I find them? Hello? 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 Oh my god.
Haley and her adventurous spirit. She did mention spending time with a person named Lucas, but I'm sorry to say that I don't know where he can be found. As I mentioned before, my knowledge is limited.
Okay, okay. So we're in a pickle a little bit, I feel like. Where we're getting leads, but they don't even exist in this... Oh my god, this lady's a jump scare. This lady's a jump scare every time. Every time, bro. What do you know about Mrs. Potter?
Mrs. Potter. Who is Mrs. Potter? I don't recall anyone by that name in Vaudeville. Is she involved in the recent cases we're investigating?
Yes. Yes.
Well, why didn't you mention her before? Tell me everything you know about this Mrs. Potter and how she might be connected to the murders. We need all the information we can get to solve these cases.
Hold on. Is there any chance any of the murder victims had poison in their system?
Well, detective, the modus operandi of the three murders seems to be quite different. The first victim, Nicola Grossman.
Yeah. I think we just gotta start. Do you know any rumors?
Oh, darling, rumors are like whispers in the wind, aren't they? But I must admit, I'm quite curious. What kind of rumors are you interested in? Something scandalous or mysterious, perhaps?
Any kind of interesting rumor that you've heard recently, I'd love to hear.
Interesting rumors, my dear. Well, I've heard a whisper or two about a certain detective who's been making waves in Vaudeville. They say you have a keen eye and a sharp wit, solving mysteries left and right. Is there anything specific you'd like to know or discuss, my detective friend?
Have you heard any rumors about any of the residents in Vaudeville?
Oh, residents of Vaudeville, you say. Now that's an intriguing topic. There's always something buzzing in this vibrant city. Let me think. Yes. I've overheard a rumor that Monsieur Suxabar, the owner of the circus Suxabar, is secretly training a manticore. Can you believe it? Quite fantastical, isn't it? But you didn't hear it from me, my dear detective. Do tell me, is there anyone else you'd like to hear about?
Do you know anything about Biagio?
Biagio, you say? I'm afraid I don't have much information about him. But I'm ever so curious. Who is this Baidio you're interested in? Is he a resident of our lovely Vaudeville? A performer, perhaps? Pray, enlighten me, my dear detective.
He's a member of the country club who knew Nicola.
The country club, you say? How posh. I must admit, I'm not familiar with this particular member named Baidio. But if he knew Nicola's, that must mean they had some sort of connection. Do you think this connection could be relevant to the recent incidents in Vaudeville? My mind is spinning with possibilities. Tell me more, my astute detective friend.
Do you know anything about Mrs. Potter?
Miss S. Potter, you say? Now that's a name I haven't heard before. Pray, tell me more about this mysterious Miss S. Potter. Is she a resident of our beloved Vaudeville?
Let's go fucking ask this guy. I heard you're training a manticore.
Yeah, the rumors spread like wildfire, don't they? But of course, a mere manticore is child's play for someone of my caliber.
Why are you training a manticore?
Because I crave a challenge, my dear detective.
What kind of animal is a manticore?
A mythical beast, my friend.
Does it have big sharp teeth?
Indeed, it possesses quite the set of formidable fangs.
Are manticores violent?
Oh, absolutely.
Has this manticore escaped its enclosure at all recently?
No, it hasn't.
Where do you keep this manticore?
In a place where it belongs.
Can you give me more details on where you keep it?
No, I cannot.
Do you keep it in a cage?
Yes, I keep it in a cage.
Does someone watch the cage at all times?
No.
How did you acquire this manticore?
That's none of your concern.
Yes, it is. Tell me right now, or else I will get the police down here.
Or else what?
Or else I will have you arrested.
You can try, but good luck with that.
Isn't a manticore a bit dangerous for a circus?
Dangerous, perhaps, but what's a circus without a little danger, my dear detective?
What other animals have you trained?
Lions, tigers, bears, and more.
I feel like I'm ready to accuse him. I'm ready to accuse him. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this motherfucker. Like, let's accuse him. I mean, is there anything wrong? Is there anything bad happen? I think he killed Mariah Jansen. Do you know Mariah Jansen?
Yeah, Mariah Jansen. Never heard of her. But I assure you, my dear detective, the world knows of me, Monsieur Suxabar, the greatest lion tamer in all of Vaudeville.
This is the most he's talked in a while. Let's accuse him.
Have you made up your mind, Detective Martini?
Who killed Haley? We don't really have a lot of options. Like, I feel like the chance of us getting this right is kind of high, you know? Who killed Haley? Should we do a guess, guys? Should we do a guess? I'm, like, ready to guess. I think, well, first of all, this lady's suspicious, but I don't know who she would have killed. I think he killed Nicola. I think she killed Haley, and... who the hell would have killed Mariah? The circus guy. Let's accuse him. Wait. Okay, let's give an accusation a run. Let's see. I think it was you.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
Why was she killed? For jealousy. Who killed Mariah Jansen? Him.
Are you sure, Detective
for the thrill. And then obviously
Interesting choice,
you, 'cause they
Detective
were
Martini.
business
May I
rivals.
ask you why? Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
This is complete. Wait, so do I have to get them all right and their motives? Okay, I guess the better question is why? Why would he kill? Why would he kill?
I'm afraid I don't know anything about Maria Jansen or the locations of the murders.
Maria Jansen was mauled by an animal that sounds an awful lot like your manticore. Oops. Maria Jansen was mauled by an animal that sounds an awful lot like your manticore.
Oh, please, comparing me to a mere manticore. How utterly pedestrian.
Who else knows where your manticore is?
No one else knows where my manticore is.
For what reason does the manticore kill anyone without your permission?
Because the great Samantha Court obeys only my command.
Who is Samantha Court?
The one and only, my dear detective.
The one and only what?
The legend.
What profession did Samantha Court have?
None of your concern.
This motherfucker, bro! Have you heard any rumors around town recently?
Oh, Detective Martini, you won't believe the rumors I've been hearing lately. Vaudeville is always buzzing with gossip and intrigue. So, sit back, relax, and let me give you a taste of what's been circulating around town. First off, there's been talk about a secret society lurking in the shadows. They say this mysterious group has their hands in everything, from the arts to politics. Some even claim they're responsible for the recent murders. But personally, I think it's just a wild imagination running wild. I mean, who would believe such a thing?
Who did you hear this rumor from?
Oh, I've been chatting with all sorts of people, darling. You know me, I love making new friends and getting to know the folks in this vibrant city. The rumor mill is quite active, especially among the dancers and musicians at Coral, the bar downtown. We all love to exchange stories and speculate about what's happening in our little community. But please remember, these are just whispers and hearsay. We shouldn't let them cloud our judgment or jump to conclusions, right?
What else do you know about
Let's
this?
focus on finding the truth together.
What else do you know about this secret society?
Well, Detective Martini, I must admit that the rumors about this secret society are rather intriguing. Some say they have their own code of conduct and operate in complete secrecy. There are tales of clandestine meetings held in hidden locations, where they discuss their plans and exert their influence. But you must understand, these are all mere speculations and fantastical tales. I mean, who knows what's really going on behind closed doors? It's all part of the mystique and allure of vaudeville, don't you think? We're surrounded by artists and dreamers, after all.
Do you suspect anyone of being part of this secret society?
Detective Martini, my dear, you have such an active imagination. Suspecting someone of being part of a secret society. How thrilling. But let's not jump to conclusions, shall we? We're here to uncover the truth, not point fingers. Besides, I believe in the goodness of people, and it's important not to let wild theories cloud our judgment. Let's focus on the facts and work together to solve this mystery. Together, we can bring justice to the victims and find peace for our community.
I'm stumped, guys. I'm stumped. What do we think? Are you guys suspecting anyone? Okay, this is what we know. This is what we know. This is how they were murdered, basically. Mr. Johnson. We don't know who this is. Had a secret romance with a married woman from high society. We don't know. We don't know. We do know this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what Monsieur Saxabar's motive would be for murdering. I don't know. I'm stumped. All I can think of is to go and ask people about rumors going on in town. Let's try this guy again. Have you heard any rumors in town?
Oh, rumors, you say? Well, I must admit, I haven't heard much lately. But do tell me, Detective Martini.
You suck. Have you heard any rumors around town?
Rumors? No. You know how gossip spreads like wildfire in Vaudeville. What kind of rumors are you referring to? Are they related to the recent incidents or something else entirely?
Any kind of interesting rumor you've heard recently.
Oh, interesting. Well, let me think. I did hear a rather curious rumor about Mrs. Potter and Count Gravesend. Apparently, they've been seen together quite often lately. Some people are speculating that there might be more than just a casual friendship between them. But you never really know with these kinds of things, do you? Gossip can be so exaggerated sometimes.
What else have you heard?
Oh, well, let me think. Yes, I did overhear a conversation at the cafe the other day. They were talking about some tensions during an expedition to India that involved Mr. and Mrs. Potter, Count Gravesend, and a few others. It seems like there were disagreements, and it ultimately led to the failure of their business projects there. Quite unfortunate, isn't it? But I'm not sure if that's related to the recent incidents or if it's simply a coincidence. Do you think it could be connected somehow?
Wait, so Count Gravesend was in India with Mr. and Mrs. Potter when Mr. Potter died? And now Count Gravesend and Mrs. Potter are together? That's sus. That's sus. Well, we made a whole... Didn't we make a whole page for Mrs. Potter? Count Gravesend was in India with them. That's sus. Did you murder Mr. Potter?
Mr. Potter, you say? No, my dear detective, I'm afraid you have mistaken me. I had no involvement in Mr. Potter's demise. However, it is quite unfortunate that there have been 3 murders in Vaudeville recently.
What do you know about Mrs. Potter's mushroom collecting hobby?
Mrs. Potter's mushroom collecting hobby, you say? How fascinating. I must admit, I haven't had the pleasure of discussing mushrooms with her. Pray, do tell me more about it. I have always been intrigued by the wonders of nature, and the world of fungi is certainly a realm worth exploring.
She likes to collect mushrooms.
Oh, how delightful. So, Mrs. Potter has taken a liking to the art of mushroom collecting. I can only imagine the thrill of uncovering those hidden treasures in the forest. Tell me, Detective Martini, what kind of mushrooms does she collect? Are there any particular species that capture her interest?
Let's go ask her. Are there any... What's your favorite species of mushroom to collect?
Oh, mushrooms. How I adore them. There is something so thrilling about venturing into the forest and discovering those little treasures hidden among the foliage. I must confess, my favorite species to collect is the Amanita muscaria. Its vibrant red cap with white spots is simply enchanting. But do be careful, Detective Martini, for this particular mushroom can be quite mischievous. It may not be to everyone's taste, but it certainly adds a touch of whimsy to my mushroom collection.
Is it poisonous?
Oh, dear detective, you seem to have stumbled upon a rather prickly subject. Yes, the Amanita muscaria does indeed contain toxins that can cause some rather unpleasant effects if consumed. But fear not, for I am an expert in the art of distinguishing the edible from the poisonous. It's all part of the thrill, you see. The danger and excitement of foraging for these delectable fungi. It's a dance with nature, a delicate balance between life and death.
why do you like poisonous mushrooms? Have you ever accidentally eaten one, or has anyone you known accidentally eaten a poisonous mushroom?
Detective Martini, you have touched on a somber topic. Accidental consumption of a poisonous mushroom is a regrettable occurrence, but alas, it is an inevitable risk in the world of mushroom picking. While I have been fortunate enough to never encounter such a mishap myself, I've heard tales of others who have fallen victim to their own curiosity. It's a reminder that even in the pursuit of pleasure, one must always exercise caution. Though I must admit, there is a certain allure to the forbidden and dangerous. Wouldn't you agree?
Have you ever poisoned anyone with one of your mushrooms?
Well, detective, that is quite a scandalous question. I assure you, I am a mere collector and connoisseur of mushrooms, not a wicked poisoner. The thought of intentionally harming someone with my beloved fungi is both preposterous and distressing. I take great care in ensuring the safety of those who partake in my culinary endeavors. However, I cannot deny the temptation to play with the boundaries of danger and intrigue. After all, life would be dreadfully dull without a hint of mischief, don't you think?
She's sus. She's definitely sus. Do you know a Mrs. Potter?
Mrs. Potter, you say? A name that dances in the winds of my memory. But alas, my dear friend, I must confess that my knowledge is confined to the realm of the Blackwoods. The vast expanse of Vaudeville and its inhabitants remain a mystery to me. So tell me, instead, of the secrets whispered by the trees and the wisdom shared by the creatures of the forest. What tales have they woven for your ears to hear?
Tell me everything you know about Mrs. Potter.
Oh, Miss Potter, a melody of a name that tickles the edges of my consciousness. But beware, my words flow like the winding river, weaving through the thickets of my mind. For what I know may be but fragments, whispers carried on the breeze. Miss Potter, you see, is a soul that twirls in the dappled sunlight, adorned with stories yet to be told. She is a creature of curiosity, her heart a garden blooming with the seeds of discovery. Her steps tread lightly on the path of life, leaving behind footprints of wonder.
Does she come to the Blackwoods often?
Oh, Detective Martini, you have stumbled upon a secret that dances in the shadows of the Blackwoods. Yes, indeed, the enigmatic Miss Potter has graced these ancient trees with her presence. She has wandered among the whispering leaves and listened to the tales spun by the creatures of this mystical realm. The grass has shared its wisdom, the mushroom has whispered its secrets, the cow has mused with gentle wisdom, and even the flowing river has sung its melodic melodies to her ears. They have all spoken to me, their voices echoing in the depths of my being.
What does she usually do when she comes to the forest?
When the ethereal spirit of Miss Potter ventures into the embrace of the Blackwoods. Her intentions are as varied as the colors of the forest itself. Sometimes she seeks solace and tranquility, finding respite from the bustling world beyond. In these moments, she may sit beneath the sheltering canopy, meditating and communing with nature's symphony. Other times, her footsteps carry her deeper into the heart of the forest, where she becomes a seeker of knowledge. She listens intently to the rustling of the leaves, deciphering their cryptic messages.
Do you know any spots where she normally hangs out?
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, you have caught me in a moment of joyous mirth. For you see, the spots that enchant the soul of Miss Potter are as elusive as the whispers of the wind. The Blackwoods, with its ever-shifting tapestry, offers no fixed abode for her wandering spirit. She dances with the sunlight through the treetops, she rests upon mossy stones by the babbling brook, and she finds sanctuary in the quiet corners of this enchanted realm.
Does Does she ever interact with any of the creatures in the Blackwoods?
Indeed, my curious companion, the creatures of the Blackwoods have been known to share their secrets with the inquisitive heart of Miss Potter. The grass, with its gentle sway, has whispered tales of resilience and growth. The mushroom, with its mystical allure, has revealed hidden realms and hidden truths. The cow, with its wise eyes, has bestowed wisdom and serenity. And a river, with its melodious flow, has sung songs of life's eternal journey. They have all embraced her with open hearts, for they sense the kindred spirits that dwell within their midst.
Has Miss Potter ever brought anyone else to this forest?
Ah, Detective Martini, your question tickles the corners of my mind like a mischievous squirrel. The forest has witnessed the footsteps of many souls, but as for the companionship of Miss Potter, the world outside the embrace of the trees remains a mystery to me. I am but a humble guardian of the Blackwoods, my knowledge confined to the whispers of the leaves and the secrets of the earth. Yet, I must admit, the thought of another soul venturing into this sacred realm stirs both curiosity and trepidation in my ancient bones.
Okay, we gotta go confront. So, Mrs. Potter, I hear you hang out at the Blackwoods pretty often.
Oh, the Blackwoods. Such a mysterious and intriguing place, isn't it? I must admit, I do find myself drawn to its enchanting lore from time to time. A lady needs a bit of excitement in her life, wouldn't you agree? But please, let's not dwell on such matters. There are more pleasant topics to discuss, don't you think?
What do you usually do in the Blackwoods?
Ah, the Blackwoods, my dear. It's a realm of secrets and hidden delights. I find solace in the company of like-minded individuals, engaging in stimulating conversations, and perhaps indulging in a touch of mischief under the cloak of darkness. But enough about my escapades. Let's focus on something more delightful, shall we?
Did you ever bring anyone else to the Blackwoods?
Oh my, the thought of introducing someone to the wonders of the Blackwoods does sound rather tempting, doesn't it? But alas, my lips are sealed. A lady must have her little mysteries, you see. Now, let's move on to a topic that brings a bit more light and joy into our conversation.
Why did you lie to me about not knowing Dada? Why did you lie to me about not knowing Dada?
Darling, I apologize if my previous response caused any confusion. You see, my world revolves around Vaudeville and all its charming intricacies. Anything beyond its borders simply eludes me. But let's not dwell on such trivial matters. There are far more fascinating subjects to explore. How about we discuss the latest fashion?
She's sus. She's sus for real. Alright, I mean, at this point, I don't even know. Okay, I definitely feel like Biology killed Nicola for business reasons. I mean, that's kind of all I got. Count Graveson. I mean, Miss Potter's definitely sus as hell, but I don't really see how she's connected to any of the victims. So that's kind of my issue there. Do you have a butcher in town?
Oh, you won't believe the latest gossip, my friend. There's a new butcher in town, and let me tell you, their cuts of meat are simply divine. Butcher Thompson, they call him. He's got the juiciest steaks and the freshest sausages. You should definitely pay him a visit. But enough about that. Have you heard any scandalous stories lately?
Have you heard any scandalous stories lately?
Oh, you're in for a treat. I just found out that Count Grevison has been seen sneaking around with someone other than Miss S. Potter. Can you imagine? I mean, I always thought they were quite close. But it seems like there's more to the story. Love can be a complicated business, don't you think? So, what about you? Any juicy tales to share?
Who else was Count Gravison sneaking around with besides Mrs. Potter?
Well, 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 my friend. Rumor has it that the Count has been spotted with none other than Miss Adelaide, the charming florist from down the street. Can you believe it? Seems like the Count has a taste for blooming romances. But you didn't hear it from me. Now spill the beans. Have you come across any other scandalous tidbits?
What do you know about Miss Adelaide?
Miss Adelaide, you say? She's a lovely lady, always surrounded by the most beautiful flowers. Word on the grapevine is that she's had her fair share of suitors, but she's never settled down with anyone. Some say she's waiting for her one true love, while others think she's just enjoying the attention. By the way, I can't blame the Count for being smitten with her. Love can be a tricky game, my friend. So, tell me, have you heard anything interesting about our dear town lately?
No, you gave me some good juicy tea. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I needed that. I needed that real bad. So wait, who's... Okay, I guess we can't find Adelaide. Who do you like more, Miss Adelaide or Mrs. Potter?
Miss Adelaide and Mrs. Potter, two remarkable women indeed. Each has her own unique charm and allure. Miss Adelaide, with her grace and elegance, captivates me with her refined manners. On the other hand, Mrs. Potter's vivacity and adventurous spirit are simply enchanting. I must say, it's quite difficult to choose between the two. But tell me, Detective Martini, why do you ask?
Does Mrs. Potter know about Miss Adelaide?
Oh, Mrs. Potter and Miss Adelaide, what an intriguing topic. I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question, my dear detective. You see, I am not privy to the personal affairs of these
Let's go tell Mrs. Potter! I heard Count Gravison was sneaking around with Miss Adelaide.
Oh, my dear, you know how gossip spreads like wildfire in Vaudeville. Count Gravison and Miss Adelaide, Well, they certainly make for an interesting pair, don't they? But who am I to judge? Life is too short to worry about what others are up to. Let's focus on more pleasant things, shall we? Like the latest bridge tournament, or perhaps my upcoming trip to Paris.
Aren't you romantically involved with Count Gravison, though? Are you upset by him seeing Miss Adelaide as well?
Oh, my, I must say, you do have quite an imagination, don't you? Romantic involvement with the Count. How scandalous. But I assure you, my dear, there is no truth to such rumors. As for the Count's escapades with Miss Adelaide, well, it's none of my concern. People will do what they please, won't they? Now, let's not dwell on such matters. Do tell me, have you tried the new truffle-infused cheese at Pascal's? It's simply divine.
Wow, I thought I had some tea there, but now I'm stumped again. Alright, I don't know. Okay, let's try an accusation again, just cuz.
So, tell us, Detective Martini, who is the culprit?
Who murdered Haley? I'm gonna go with you.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
For the thrill, I think. Let's try you. Who murdered Mariah Jansen? Obviously this
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
We'll just say by accident, honestly. And then obviously.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why? Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
Why is it nonsense? I got the spinning wheel of death. That's not good. Oh, and the game crashed. Maybe I'll just take that as my sign. We can end here for now. Oh, Mochi! He's just hanging out. Look at this guy. He's got his little feet kicked out. He's just bunning. My freaking headset's about to die too, so I suppose this is a good time as any to end. It's right about my bedtime. Okay, we'll have to continue this game soon because what the hell? I feel like we were going somewhere, but now I'm just kind of stumped because like some of them, like the circus guy won't even talk to me, so I don't understand how I'm supposed to find out about his motive. Like the Manticore definitely fucked Maria's shit up, like, you know, he got the like it just matches. But then it's like, why the fuck is this circus guy fucking her up? Like I don't even know, and he won't even freaking talk to me, so I don't know. And yeah, Miss Potter, she's sus as hell for sure, but none of the victims were poisoned, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, with his ugly ass hat. So yeah, I don't know, we'll have to come back. Maybe when I come back with a fresh brain, I will be able to see some connections that I didn't recognize before. You know what I mean? But I felt like it was a good spooky vibes game. What do you guys think? Did you like? I feel like the game is supposedly short. Like, it's not... Like, I feel like we should be able to solve it with, like, another stream, right? Like, at this point, we gotta finish it. I feel like I feel like it's obvious that Nicola was murdered by Bioglio or whatever the fuck. Like, there was no one else that even knew him, and they were business partners, so it's like, obviously. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped with Haley Greenwood. I don't really know what's going on with her. He's so goofy. Oh, you're so goofy. Feel stumped as well. Yeah, but no point in just guessing randomly. We gotta be able to know their motives. So that's what I'm stumped on. Even if I have my suspicions about who murdered who, we don't know a lot of their motives besides Nicola. Or it's like, obviously he's a businessman, so he's probably killed for business reasons. You know what I mean? We'll have to continue this another time. I feel like we'll have to continue this another time. I don't know when we will, but because I still want to play Baldur's Gate also. We'll see. So no stream tomorrow. I'm going to a friend's birthday party. So we'll see. We'll see the vibes. I might be like hungover as hell Saturday or something, but I'm kind of leaning towards doing a gaming stream on Sunday. If you guys are down, we could either keep playing this one or we could do Baldur's Gate. I'm kind of cool with whatevs. I do want to play Baldur's Gate though. You guys already know I'm so addicted. But yeah, we'll be playing more like I want to do a bunch of spooky games this month. So definitely feel free to suggest any spooky games for me. The only ones I have right now are this game, Vaudeville, and Poppy Playtime I want to have at some point as well. And then I was thinking maybe like a Dead by Daylight stream with my friends, if I can convince them to game with me one night. So that's kind of my spooky game plan. I'm not sure if there's any other spooky games that you guys would love to watch me play, or if you guys are kind of cool with those ones. And then also like Baldur's Gate obviously takes a lot of hours to finish also, so like we could be playing that game too. And like we also have Mass Effect, so you know, we have a lot of games. I just feel like I like to play spooky games in October because obviously spooky vibes, you know. Maybe the new Outlast. Oh, is it scary? Is it good? Anyone play the new Outlast game? Doom, Eternal, and Dead Space, the original. Are they like scary? I think I might do a charity stream in October. I had like a little charity reach out to me and I'm like, why not? We haven't done a charity stream in a while. I always like doing, so it always feels good to raise money for charity, you know? So I think we'll do a charity stream, and then maybe I can like we can like play one of the games as for like the charity stream, because I feel like that could be fun. You know what I mean? Like chatting and then gaming, and we'll do like October vibes. Oh shit! I meant to decorate my stream room during this stream. We'll have to do that. Maybe we can do that on Sunday. We can like decorate stream room and then game for like cozy Sunday vibes. It was like so gloomy all day today. I feel like it's really starting to become fall. So I'm kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie. I think it'll be fun. The original Dead Space is actually scary. Oh god. I don't know how I feel about scary games. I feel like, I don't know. Like I feel like I think when I was playing Outlast, because Outlast was so scary to me. I feel like it was way more fun when I was like playing with my friends, because then we would like take turns, and I feel like it was like less stressful than when I'm just like playing by myself, and I'm like, fuck. Because it's hard for me to play games that stress me out. Scary games be stressing me out like a motherfucker. I'm like, something's gonna jump out at me, I know it. The mini heat wave is over. I know, but it was kind of nice. I kind of liked it. For what kind of charity? Another mental health? No, I think this one was like for kids. Like kids in hospitals. I don't know. I had a few reach out to me, but yeah. Let me take a gander. It's to raise money for kids in hospitals. Oh, it's to raise money to basically buy games for kids in hospitals. That's what it is. Obviously, I will have more details whenever we set it up, but yeah. I feel like that's, I usually, like, sometimes I feel like I get, charities reaching out to me that I feel like I don't really vibe with as much. I feel like I try to be, not that I'm picky with it, but, like, I don't know. I feel like I prefer to raise money for charities that I feel invested in. And, like, my sister has been sick before and just had to have surgery recently. And I just was like, oh, I feel like children in hospitals. And for them to get games and stuff, it's like, damn, if they're, like, sick and they can't even, like, go out into the world, the least they could get is some good games, right? Like, I think it's video games, so I'm like, oh, that'd be fun. But yeah, so that's a potential thing. I don't really have all the details hammered out, though, so I won't get too deep into it, but that's something that I think could be fun, and, like, maybe we could, like, set some goals or something for the different, like, amounts if we hit it. I don't know. What the frick? Why is this making me blue? There we go. But did you guys have fun with Vaudeville? You guys gonna want to finish the game? I feel like we could finish the game in, like, one more stream. I feel like we could. I feel like we could do it. But yeah, so I guess, so no stream on Friday, probably not Saturday either, but I'm thinking maybe gaming stream on Sunday. Sound good, everyone? I have to do some of the activities that I didn't get to do during the subathon. I also have to, like, go through all the clips that you guys submitted, and we have to do a stream where we watch the 10 that I pick, and then you guys vote so we can give the winner their $100. So I do got a lot of my to-do list. I feel like I've spent the last weekend, like, recovering, and this week I've been just kind of, like, catching up on shit with, like, work and life and whatnot, so I will get back on the grind, hopefully by, like, next week, maybe this weekend even. But yeah, it's kind of the game plan. I've been posting a lot on Fansly lately, so if you want to come support me there, I've been having a lot of fun, and I definitely want to continue to post and, like, do some cosplays and costumes and stuff for Halloween, so definitely check me out. I just posted a new thing today, so yay. And yeah, of course, if you want to stay up to date, follow me on Twitter. I always tweet when I'm going live and just whenever I'm posting videos and stuff. Oh yeah, and I think I'm gonna have a new YouTube video up on my personal channel tomorrow, so you guys better watch it, because I wanted to have it up today so I could promote it while I'm streaming, but it just didn't happen, so hopefully I can get it up by tomorrow. But yeah, it really means a lot, and obviously the video does well when it gets a lot of views fairly soon after it's posted. I've noticed, like, the algorithm will push it a lot more, so even if you're not able to watch the video, like, around when it's posted, even if you just have an extra monitor and you want to throw it up and give it that view early on, I think it does kind of help my videos do well. So, I don't know, still figuring the YouTube shiz out, I feel like. wasn't, wait, what? Interesting. Okay. You can let us know when you're doing the charity stream like a week before and not a day before. That would, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Was there something I didn't let you guys know about? I feel like I let you guys know about the subathon pretty early in advance, no? I'm thinking the tentative date that I told them for the charity stream was like October 26th. Because I thought it might be better to do it like closer to Halloween so that like we could do a bunch of Halloween like goals for the charity stream, you know? That was my thought process, at least. But yeah. Liar, cheater, manipulator. I didn't even read his username. Liar, cheater, manipulator. He's got the good trifecta right there. Good? Maybe that's not the right word for it. He's got the... I don't even know what he's got. Okie dokie. Everyone say goodnight to Mochi. He's already asleep. What a cute little soul. Okay, but I will potentially see you guys on Sunday. Okay, sound good. See you guys then. Thank you everybody that subbed and donated. Ayo, thank you so much. And of course, thank you my amazing mods as well. Oh, also side note, I'm gonna be going a little crazy on my VODs channel. So yeah, we're gonna get some good gameplay posting and hopefully get some like just better thumbnails going. So it seems like more of a gaming channel instead of the random screenshots that I post. But big plans coming there to that channel. So I'm super excited and hopefully can make some good content for you guys. Alrighty, I will see you guys. Have a good weekend, everyone, and I'll see you guys on Sunday, I think. Okay? Sound good? Heart, heart, heart. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, everyone.